Hello everyone, this is Sajid Kaur and I welcome you all to my channel Creative Tutorials with a very big heart. Alright dear children, so far whatever we had done, okay, let's take a quick recap of that one. Like for example, we had seen these three properties basically. So if a transversal intersects two coplanar lines and a pair of corresponding angles is congruent, then the lines are parallel. This was the first thing what we studied. That is what transversal intersects two coplanar lines. Right now there are two lines in the same plane, okay, and then suppose if we have one transversal and a transversal intersects these two coplanar lines, then what happens is, that is suppose if we have two lines right now and one transversal comes and cuts them, okay, that is intersects them, then what is the condition comes because of that? The condition so formed because of that is, what happens? A pair of corresponding angles is formed, okay? If a pair of corresponding angles is formed and that pair is congruent, okay, then what happens is, then those two lines, okay, those coplanar lines I'm talking about, okay, are parallel lines. Okay, the second condition comes across as, if those two coplanar lines is intersected by one transversal and the pair so formed, if they are ordered angles and if that pair is congruent, then also those two lines are parallel. Okay, and the third condition come across is, when we have two coplanar lines and one transversal intersects them, so one pair also formed as interior angles. So interior angles, if they make a supplementary pair, then the lines are said to be parallel. Right now, that means in other words, I want to tell you that if somebody asks you by giving you two coplanar lines, that tell us whether these two lines are parallel or not. So what we need to do is, with these two coplanar lines, we need one transversal and then we need to check what pairs of angles are formed, with the corresponding angles, alternate angles, interior angles, right now, and then apply these properties. Any one property, right now, if any one property goes with it, that means those two lines, coplanar lines, are parallel. Okay, that this is what we had studied till now. Now on your page number 12 and 13 of your textbook, we have something from construction point of view, okay, which is talking about parallel lines. Okay, in our previous videos we had seen plotting of irrational numbers. Right now, from first chapter, if you remember, our last exercise 1.4 was plotting of irrational numbers on number line, where we had taken care of construction part. Now in this chapter, here they are telling us construction of some parallel lines. Let us see how to go about it. So to draw a line parallel to the given line, okay, suppose if you already have one line, okay, and suppose if you want to draw one more parallel line to this existing line, so we have two constructions. In this video I am taking care of construction number 1. Alright, so what is this? To draw a line parallel to the given line through a point outside the given line using set square. Okay, now you have two set squares in your geometrical construction box right now. That is 45, 45, 90 degrees. That is the one. And the other one is 30, 60, 90 degrees. Okay, these numbers which I am talking about are nothing but the measures of the angles. Okay, 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay, for example, if you can see this red color triangle right now, this is 45, 45, 90 degrees. This blue colored set square is of your 30, 60, 90 degrees. So 30, 60, 90 degrees. So like this you have two set squares. So how we can make use of these set squares, okay, and draw parallel line to a line which is already existing. Okay, come on, let's see. So method number 1 and method number 2, we have the same construction, okay, with these two methods being given in the textbook. Let us see one by one. So number 1 method says that first is draw a line L. Okay, so you see I have drawn one line L over here. You can see line L. Then take a point P outside the line L. So outside the line, so I have taken on this side, I have taken this point P. You can see this dot. This is the point P which I have taken outside the line L. Then they are telling us, as shown in the figure, place two set squares touching each other. Okay, so these are two set squares. I have deliberately used these two colors to avoid confusion. Okay, so I just told you some time back that this red one is 45, 45, 90 degrees wala set square, and this blue colored one is 30, 60, 90 degrees wala set square. Okay, so they are telling us that place two set squares touching each other. You can see that they are touching each other here. Okay, then hold set squares A and set square B. Hold them. Okay, you have to hold them. उसको संभालना, उसको पेज के ऊपर आपको. Then one edge of set square A is close to the point P. So now this is the set square A, and one point is close to the point P. Right now, so this one. Now draw a line along the edge of B. Okay, so once you bring this blue colored set square near to point P, touch it to point P. Now with the second set square, what you do is adjust the height of this 45, 45, 90 degrees wala set square so that it comes and touches this point P. Okay, now name the line as M. Draw a line along the edge of B. Is that is what? Along the edge of B. This is one edge of B. Okay, so with this we have drawn this line. Okay, and name this line as M. Now this line which we have got, that is line M, is nothing but parallel to line L. Okay, so this is how we use set squares, okay, to draw a line parallel to an existing line. Okay, you can draw this with these two set squares. Alright, now a question might come across that, sir, whether we can use both set squares of same measures. Like for example, suppose this blue one is 30, 60, 90 triangle set square right now. So this set square, suppose if we have two set squares of the same measures, but of course you can draw with those also. Similarly, if we have two set squares of 45, 45, 90 degrees measures, right now you can go along with that also. But generally when you purchase one new geometrical construction box from a shop, right now they don't supply two 30, 60, 90 or two 45, 45, 90 degree set squares. Okay, they give you one set square of this measure 30, 60, 90 and one of this one 45, 45, 90 degrees. Alright, so basically in a construction box we have these two set squares which you have to use eventually. Okay, so I hope this method one is very clear. Now same construction we will see with method number 2. Same being given to you in the textbook. Okay, so method 2 says that draw line L. Okay, so I have drawn line L over here, you can see very clearly. Then take a point P outside the line. So point P I have taken here outside the line. Outside the line means it is in the same plane but not on the line. It means that. Okay. So I have taken this point P over here. Then they are asking us draw a segment PM perpendicular to line L. Okay. So you can see PM is what? From this point I have to drop one perpendicular. Okay. Now again for using drawing a perpendicular, you can make use of your set squares. Okay, if you take one set square and keep like this, right now, here if you keep that set square right now, so this line is your perpendicular, right? So this line when it comes here, suppose your set square is here for example, so this line when you draw this one vertical line, when you extend that line and make it fall on this line L, okay, it becomes perpendicular at this point. Okay, so by that segment PM, okay, becomes perpendicular to line L. That is point number 2. Then take another point N on line L. Okay. Now on this point, on this line L, take one point N anywhere, wherever you want. You can take on the right side of M or left side of M, anywhere you can take. So as per textbook, I have taken towards right of N. Okay. So I have taken this point as N, and now they are telling us draw segment NQ perpendicular to line L. Okay. So for NQ, again we can make use of a set square of either measure 30, 60, 90 or 45, 45, 90. Okay, and keep the set square here for example, here or here, wherever, whichever side you want, and draw one vertical line. That line is perpendicular, okay, to this line. So this segment NQ, okay, becomes perpendicular to line L, such that And this perpendicular you have to make in such a way, you have to draw in such a way that length NQ is equal to length MP. That means whatever this measure is there of MP, okay, the measure of NQ should be same as of MP, okay, because you see length of these two are equal. This is the way they are asking us to draw perpendicular NQ to line L, okay. Then the line M, now we have got P, which is already we have taken outside right now, and with P we had drawn on perpendicular, so we got M. So this point is there on the construction. After taking this point, we have drawn on perpendicular, okay, through this point, and we have come up to this point Q, okay. From where we got point Q, we took this measure MP and NQ as equal from this, okay. So with this we got point Q over here. So now point Q is lying in the same plane right now. Now we join points P and Q and extend them to make one line. Call that line as line M. And this line M is nothing but parallel to line L. Okay. So this is how we draw one line parallel to one line which is already been given to us. Okay, dear children, so I hope that both the methods, first and second one, both are clear as far as our construction number 1 is concerned. Okay, and it's very easy basically, right? Only thing is you need to practice, correct? In case if you have not understood the video, I suggest you to please pause the video, go back, rewind it, okay, rewind it, and watch the video again. It may so happen that you might have to see the videos 2-3 times in case if you find it difficult to understand in the first go, okay, and then it will be fine, okay. So don't worry, it is not difficult at all, okay. There is no rocket science required, but for those who are not familiar with construction part, I have tried my level best to make it easier for you with making use of different colors and putting it there in front of you. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed the video, and my idea of making you fall in love with the subject is fulfilled. And so dear children, keep studying, keep growing, stay blessed, keep smiling, okay, and very soon I'll be back with my next video. So stay tuned. I love you all. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye.